What's up, everybody? It's Bad Cola from the ECF Forum. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Recently, I joined Gotvapes.com, so I'll be discussing their version of the Clearomizer and the CE2. This is their black and stainless steel. It comes in this pack. This is their Clearomizers. It comes in this pack. They go from 2.6 up to 3.2 ohms. They're also going to get 2.4 ohms. Some people wanted some tips on how to optimize their CE2s and Clearomizers, how to loosen their inner plug, how to fluff the wick, and how to clean them. So I'm going to do all of that right now. Let me get a close-up view for you guys. Here is your CE2. Okay, you see how the wick is pressed by the inner plug on both sides? That might cause a little wicking issue, because when they do it in the factory, it's pressed down. So what you do is you take a tool, pop out the first plug, pop out the second plug, okay. Then you can take a paper clip and bend it like this. Okay. And what you want to do is get underneath through the middle to where the slits are and pull up a little bit on it. See how I'm lifting it? Now you can just do that on both sides and just leave it alone and see if that works for you if you're having a wicking issue. Okay, just by loosening it up a little bit, so this way it gives more room to the wick on both sides. Okay, I'm going to actually remove the inner plug completely by getting underneath. See that? And pulling up on it, and it pops right out. What you can do is you can press back down on the inner cup to sit it. Now to fluff the wicks, you could take a long pair of tweezers like this, get into the side of the wick, and pull up on it, just to fluff it up a little bit from where it is. Okay, on both sides you can do that. Get into the wick and pull it up a little bit, tuck it back down. Okay, and that's how you fluff the wicks on both sides. Okay, the coil is much looser on these. Okay, now I'm going to show you another little trick. You can put it on your device if you want to change your inner tube, or if you want to clean the E2 by removing the plastic tubing. You can screw it on your device, hold on it, and slowly wiggle it up off its base. If you do it gently, you won't damage the plastic tube, and it'll come right off. Okay? I'm also doing this to show you that these wicks are clean. And there's nothing to burn off this time. There's no funky fumes, there's nothing to burn off. Okay. Okay. And then if you want to put a different tube back on, slide it right over it. Get the wicks tucked inside. And push down on it gently and rock it left and right gently until it goes right over it, and there you go. Okay, so now you just replaced. You can press it down more to get it further in, and there you go. Now you can fill it up with juice and you're ready to go, but we're going to skip that for now and we're going to get to a different part. Cleaning the E2. Okay. Here's a E2 that needs to be cleaned. Okay. I'm going to remove the plug. And that'll leave the E2. Okay. If you don't want to remove the outer plug, you can just pour out your juice that's in there. I would do this in a sink and just pour it, rinse it all out and wash it all off, but I'm just doing this in here to show you a trick. You can use a turkey baster which fits right over the E2 to flush it out in and out, but I find that a better way is to use a syringe with a flat tip needle or an actual needle. And what you're going to do is you're going to suck up the water and fill your syringe, and then go through the back end till you can't go no further, and press it real fast right through. Suck out more water, put it through the back end, and power it right through. That'll get that gunk out. Okay, and then you can do a dry burn right after that, which I'll show you how to do now. So then what I would do is I would normally rinse it underneath the water and flick it out. I would run it under hot water for about a minute. Just keep cleaning it until all the juice is gone. Okay, then you can dry it off. You can flick them dry like that. You can do that over your sink. You can flick it until there's no fluid inside. Okay. I'll put it on my device. And you can give it a dry burn. And you would do that repeatedly. You don't want to do it too much. You don't want to melt the plastic, so you want to do that repeatedly until you get your coil clean. Now, the better way for me to do this would be to remove the tube. See that? And then dry off the wicks. Okay, then put the tube back on. And there you go. Now I'll fill that up just to show you. Now we're getting to the filling part. You can use a syringe, stick it in your bottle, pull back the fill. Okay, when it's full, take it, put it in the side, squeeze down and fill. Okay, I won't fill it all the way because I'll let you see that you can also fill using your bottle. Tilt it to the side, put your bottle in a little bit, squeeze in the bottle, a couple of drops at a time, and just let it fall into the bottom of the CE2. You can keep an eye on it, especially if the Clearomizer, until it's full. Okay. That's where I usually stop. You can go a little bit higher than that. That's where I'm stopping right now. Right where that bubble is right there. You can put your middle plug if you want back on. Your center plug. I'm not even putting the inner plug. I'm putting the center plug in the mouthpiece. Okay. Let me autofocus. This particular CE2 is at It's at 2.6, 2.7 it said. Okay, and we're at 3.8 ohms, or 3.8 volts, okay? So it's a 2.6 ohm CE2 Clearomizer at 3.8 volts. I'm not getting any funky taste with this, so if some people are having issues with the wicking, the best I can tell you is to lift up that side, is to lift up that inner plug and to lift up the wicks on the side. I'm going to try a different one here. This is one of the stainless steels. And this is, let's check the voltage on this one. .6 ohms. I'll go up to 3.9. Put it to 4.0. They're performing well over here. I'll add some more tips and some more ways of optimizing it later on. Thank you. Bye-bye.